What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all well. Today's video, we're going to be revisiting my Traxxas Trx4 Bronco. So this truck has remained stock for the beginning of its life, and I have had other Traxxas vehicles. My first crawler when I got back into RC was actually the Defender, and I never actually upgraded any of the electronics outside of the servo. So you had the stock motor and ESC for a really long time until I started buying other trucks and everything kind of started taking off to the level that it is now. So this truck was actually sitting on my shelf for a while up until that last video. I'll put a link up where we put it up against the Red Cat. I hadn't really drove it a lot, and when I took it out against the Red Cat, I was like, kind of intrigued by it. I decided I wanted to get it out again, but I wanted to modify it and see how it could do with some electronics. So I did hit a few speed bumps in the way. My DX5 Rugged, for whatever reason, had some problems, and I had to send it to Horizon. So I still have the Traxxas radio in it, and I do have another small little problem that I'll show you guys here, but we're gonna pop the top on this baby and I'll show you guys what I got going on underneath this beautiful body. All right, so here we go. I went ahead, I installed this Hobbywing Quick Run 1080. I had this in another rig. I took it out and put it in here. I wanted to go brushless, but I didn't have a spare brushless that I wanted to sacrifice. So we'll start here and see how it does. I did have this Holmes Hobby Trailmaster Sport. This is a 540 rather. It is the 35 turn. We'll have to see how it does. I'm not sure if it's going to have enough juice. I do have a 550 can I could pop out of another vehicle and try if I wanted. I'm going to run my shorty pack up on the front, so that's kind of a little bit of a performance. I'm going to have some extra weight up front, and like I said, I had to leave the stock radio in it, so that is what's going on with that. I did install this Wordy Made front bumper just to give me some extra clearance so I can get my tires all up on there. But other than that, I don't really have any other mods going on there. I just wanted to see how much better upgraded ESC would be in there. All right, so the problem that I am having is with the program card, I have my running mode set to forward reverse brake, so I have that instant reverse, which I like, but in order to do that, I had to swap my wires around from the regular way that they go, and I had to set the max reverse power to get full power forward because the motor's technically running in reverse, I think. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or what is going on with that, but if anyone knows anything, please let me know. So again, I have my forward reverse brake set on my running mode. In order to get full reverse power, because what happens is the motor's running in reverse, is I had to set the max reverse force to 100. And so if I swap the motors around, the motor wires around, what happens is then I don't have the instant reverse, even though I have it set on the program card. So I'm not really sure what is causing that, but that is the issue I'm having. Not sure if it's some sort of limitation, but it's definitely not the greatest having that instant reverse in 100%, because it just makes the truck, you know, zip right up in the rear end, and not really feeling it. So again, if anyone knows, please let me know down in the comments how I could fix that. Okay, so one thing I added this, I don't know how well, oh, there it goes. I added that little bit as like a headliner. That's some old fabric I had from my car. I had that in a headliner in a Honda that I had. The headliner was all falling apart, so I went to the fabric store and picked that up. I have a whole 3D printed interior from Night Customs that goes in here, but I was having some printer issues because I want to include that in this video, but I had printer issues and can't get new filament right now, so I had to outsource the printing to a friend, and he printed me out one, but it wasn't quite 100%, so he's going to redo the printing, but then the body will have an interior, so I will have some good performance and also have some scale looks, which is something I really wanted on this truck. But enough talking about the setup. Let's go see how it does on the rocks. Okay, so I set up my gates right here. Again, I got those tennis balls, and I'm just going to climb up this nice wet spot here, right up through all my gates. A couple of them look pretty gnarly. I kind of set the bar, you know, a little bit of really difficult and just regular old stuff. So we'll see how this truck does. It's going to be rocking those stock tires that I modified, and hopefully it makes it up no problem, because this is just a really sweet little climb right here. I'm really digging it. Okay, here we go. So this slow control this motor offers does work good. Oh yeah, I gotta lock my diffs. Okay, diffs are locked. Oh, there it goes. It climbs right up. Wow, nice. Beautiful stuff. It's going really slow. That Homes Hobby motor's doing really good. Up. Thank you, RC Assistant. Okay, this line looks a little bit difficult. It's kind of trying to pull over to the right. There we go. I was kind of worried that the 35 turn wasn't going to have enough punch, but it seems pretty punchy. Okay. Let me try to get a different approach here. I wonder if it's just because it's wet or what. It's bouncing. See, one thing I am having an issue with is, I'm having a little, like when I go into reverse, it doesn't go forward right away. So something's not right there. I don't know. If I'm backing up, I don't have instant forward. There's like I have to neutral it. Maybe it's a setting on the program card. If anybody knows, let me know. All right, so we're gonna make a couple more attempts here. Whoops, we're going all over the place. My body's coming out right here. Okay. All right, let's make another attempt. I think just the off camber and everything and the wet is just too much. Yep. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to do a bypass on this line, so I made a pretty difficult one there. We'll go around this way. Let's see. Yep, we got it. We made the little bypass action. Okay, on to the next gate. So that is one gate we couldn't do. Okay, it fits, no problem here. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, just needed a little power. I actually feel that the 540/35 turn seems to have quite a bit of power. Okay, let's make another attempt here. And go around this way. Stay on the top of these rocks. There we go. So far this body The center of gravity seems to be a little high. Okay, this is a really wet section here. A little slippage, nice and slow. Nice. Beautiful, no problem with these gates. So this year, I kind of just made shits and giggles because it's really difficult. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Let's see what this bad Larry can do. Thank you, assistant. Man, when this thing gets traction, she does want to climb anything. See, that's what happens when I back up. I can't instantly go forward. Okay, we're gonna have to bypass this gate too. Well, all right, we made it to the top. So, at 7.4 volt servo, doing some work. All right, guys, so definitely enjoying the upgraded ESC a little bit more. With the more power that it puts out for the servo as well is really good. Bumper definitely makes a difference, but you know, this is just the beginning of the mods. I need some weight down low for sure. Probably just gonna go with some brass portal covers, probably just in the front, because I don't want the weight to get too out of control. And I think I can adjust the rear shocks up another hole just to bring maybe the ride height down a little bit, because the it definitely wants to tip over really quick. Not sure if maybe some foams would do it better, but definitely need to get rid of some of that weight up top. Ultimately, my goal is to cut this and make the truck bed, and I'll save all that weight. And my friend's gonna design a 3D printed drop bed, so that is something I have planned for the future. But in this run, it was definitely evident that it wanted to just kind of tip over from the top rather easy. So that was probably what I noticed the most. But the motor, it's just a cheap $15 Homes Hobby setup. It still has some really, really good, even with this crappy radio, slow control. So the ESC definitely makes a difference. And again, that's the Hobby Wing Quick Run 1080. If you want to upgrade your electronics and you need a good ESC, that is really the best bang for your buck, is that Hobby Wing 1080. I use it in a lot of rigs, and if I wanted to go to a better motor, I could probably get, you know, just a little bit even better slow startup. So again, that's just the low end Homes Hobby. Actually, it's the lowest end that he makes. This is a Trailmaster. So all in all, not bad. I enjoyed it. I'm happy I upgraded it, but to be totally honest, I didn't really notice a huge difference over stock electronics. Truck still interests me, and I'm still going to continue modding it, and you know, when I do other mods, we'll bring you some more videos on it. But that's going to cover it for this one. Really appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.